evening everyone. Today I am going to start the new topic of machine learning, that is the introduction. What is machine learning about? Types of machine learning. So first of all, let us understand what is machine learning. What is the requirement of machine learning? So as a human, as you can see in this image, as a human says I can learn everything automatically from the experiences. Can you learn? And machine also says, yes, I can also learn. But how? Nowadays, machine is also termed as an intelligent. Intelligent machines are present. Machine is doing lot of works. We have various examples. We ask question and we get some results, we get answers. So how machine is performing all these kind of things? It means machine is also having some brain or some kind of intelligence based on which it is predicting the answers. So if we compare machine with human, how human thinks? Human gives prediction on the basis of past experiences. Whatever has been done within the past of the human, he just predicts new things based upon the past experiences. In the similar way, machine also predicts the new results based upon the past experiences or the past results which we have fed in the machine. So what is machine learning? For building mathematical models and making predictions based on historical data or information, machine learning employs a variety of algorithms. There are enormous algorithms, variety of algorithms present with us, with the help of which we can train or we can make machine intelligent. So how the process goes on? First of all, whatever is the input past data set, means whatever has been done in the past is being as an input to the machine. On that particular data, some algorithm is being applied, and based upon that algorithm, whatever is the result, some logical models are built. And on those logical models, some new data has been fed as an input, for which we get the output. So what are the building logical models? These are the models which are the outputs of the input data set, and those input data set are nothing but the past examples or the examples which are being done, which are being explained in the history. And new data set is being employed on the logical models, from where we get the output, or you can see the new result. So a machine can learn from past data and improve the automatically. It is data driven technology, means whatever data, whatever input set we provide to the machine, on that data it will predict some new results. Now there is some terms, that is machine learning, deep learning and AI. Now what is the relation between these three? What is ML, what is DL and what is AI? So deep learning is subset of machine learning, which works on the neural networks from the vast amount of data, as machine learning works on the data set, but DL works on the neural network. And what is AI? AI is the superset of all these ML and DL. Okay? AI is a broadcast concept of all, which gives a machine the ability to imitate human behavior, which makes a machine intelligent such that it seems to be like a human. So the main difference between ML and DL technology is that the presentation of data. In ML, it uses structured and unstructured data for learning, but deep learning uses neural network for learning models. This is the main difference between ML and DL. Means whenever we are dealing with the neural networks, we are working on the deep learning, and whenever we are dealing with the structured or unstructured data, we are dealing with the machine learning. And AI is what? AI is the superset of all. With the help of this diagram, we can analyze what is AI, ML and DL. As AI is the outer ring, within it we are having ML, and under it we are having DL. So superset is AI, subset is machine learning, and subset of machine learning is deep learning. Now, what is the importance of machine learning? So, it gives the enterprise view of trends in customer behavior. Means whatever data we are feeding in it, based upon the past experience, it can predict easily the new results on which data can be predicted. For example, if I take an example, if you search something on Amazon, you are looking for a product on Amazon and you searched it. You purchased something, but after the purchase, you just close the application. Now again, after some time, you just search something else on Google or some other app. Now what you will see various advertisements which are related to your previous search which you did on the Amazon. For example, if you are searching for a name Ritu, so what it will provide you, if you on Facebook you searched for a person Ritu, so next time whenever you open the Facebook or some other application, some suggestions related to Ritu will be available on that Facebook page. So this is whatever you provided as an input to the machine, it learned that and predicted some new results based upon your past searches. That is machine learning. Now, what are the various applications of machine learning? There are enormous applications of machine learning. We have image recognition, speech recognition, traffic prediction, weather prediction, email spam, online fraud detection, stock market trading. Means there are number of or variety of applications present today as we talk about the ML. And in some or other way they are doing ML, using ML. Now, next topic is what is the types of machine learning. So, broadly we can classify machine learning into three categories, that is supervised, unsupervised and reinforcement learning. And in crust we can say what is supervised learning, that is task driven, means you are given proper instructions, you are following some guidelines and you are doing task. That is supervised learning, you are being supervised. Second is the unsupervised learning, in which you are predicting, you are identifying the things on your own. And third is the reinforcement learning, which means you are learning from your mistakes. You are committing a mistake, you are being penalized. If you are doing good thing, you are being rewarded. Based upon that reward and penalty actions, you are deciding what is correct and what is not correct. So let us learn these techniques in detail. So basically we can also say that ML and DL are just classified into supervised and unsupervised. And what is supervised learning? That is basically, again we can categorize supervised learning as classification and regression. And classification works on the image classification, machine translation. These are the various examples. And regression we have stock prediction, image masking, etc. Okay? In similar way we can categorize unsupervised learning. We are all going to learn these things in the further slides. So let us first discuss what is supervised learning. So as the name suggests, supervised means proper guidelines, means as you follow something based upon the instructions. If I am talking about a small kid, what he does, or if I talk about a student, what he does, he follows the instructions which are being provided by his or her teacher. So if teacher is saying that you have to perform the task in such and such manner, so he just obey the rules and follow the guidelines and perform the task or complete the task in that manner only. Similar is the supervised learning, means whatever data we are having here, we are providing that much data to the machine and telling the machine that this is this data. Means whatever data we are providing to the machine is properly labeled data. As you can see in this particular image, we are having various images and all these images are being labeled properly. Means if we are having a 6 sides, it is being hexagon. If I am having a 4 sides, it is being square. If I am having 3 lines, it is being a triangle. It has been defined properly. Means whatever data, input data is being given to the machine is properly labeled, is properly defined, is properly categorized. Now, what is model training? Various algorithms are being implemented here, and on that algorithm, this data has been given as an input. Now, some result will be generated, some model is being predicted. On that particular model, what we are providing some new data that is known as test data. So we provided what? One square and one triangle. And what prediction it made? It predicted that it is a square and it is triangle. So basically what machine did, based upon the input data which we have provided to the machine, it generated the results. It predicted some results. But condition here is the data should be categorized, properly labeled. Now, next is the types of supervised learning. In the initial slide, I also told you that supervised learning can be categorized into 2 types, that is regression and classification. So, what is regression? When we are doing the prediction on continuous variables, that is real values. For example, weather forecasting or market trends, means stock market prediction, because here we are not having some previous data. Whatever data we are having for previous, temperature may vary based upon the various climatic conditions. It will not remain same. So based upon the past experience, or we cannot predict that last year it was winters or summers in this month. So this year also we are having winters in this particular month. So it may vary. So that is the regression, that is on real time values. When we are dealing with real time values, we go with the regression algorithms. Next is the classification. When we are very much sure, we have to provide answer in discrete values, true, false, yes, no, male, female. In that particular case, we use classification algorithms. Means here we are having the categories of various outputs which can be done. So if I say day and night, yes, either it will be day or it will be night. Day and night cycle will remain fixed. So I can easily predict that this duration of time is a day and this duration of a time is a night. But I cannot predict at what time I will be having temperature 26 degree and at what time I will be having 8 degrees. So that is the real data. So whenever I am dealing with the real data, I will go with the regression algorithms, and whenever I am dealing with the categorical data, I will go with the classification algorithms. Next, what are the advantages and disadvantages of supervised learning? Advantages are with the help of supervised learning, we can have accurate results, because whatever data, whatever kind of data we are having is properly labeled. So based upon that input data, machine can predict very well. So supervised learning models help us to solve various real world problems such as fraud detection, spam filtering, etc. But what is the disadvantage? The labeling of data itself is a very much time taken process for the supervised learning, because here we have to label each and every data. So that is quite time taking process. So it will take a lot of time to categorize each data. Next type, we are having unsupervised machine learning. So what is unsupervised machine learning? Where a machine learn on its own. We are not providing it any kind of categorical data or labeled data. For example, there is a small kid. How he learns? He learns based upon monitoring the activities of his mother or father. Whatever task they are saying, he is just following that. He is imitating that. And based upon that, he is predicting something. Yes, this is good or this is bad. Because he is unaware of the things, he cannot learn on its own. And At the same time, he cannot be trained by something, yes, this is this and this is this. So some categories are not defined also. So whenever a machine learn on its own, that is unsupervised learning. For example, if I am taking some unlabeled data like this, there are some images of cats and dogs, although there is some similarity and some dissimilarity, okay, but as a point of view, when we are talking about humans, human can easily recognize which is cat and which is dog. But when we are talking about machine, how machine can identify which is cat and which is dog? Because both have two eyes, two ears, tail, जो physical features are almost same. So based upon the various interpretations and predictions, machine will categorize the features of cat and dog on its own. So here we are implementing what? We are implementing unsupervised algorithms, and whatever data, whatever interpretation machine has done is being processed, and it will categorize which is cat and which is dog. Here we are not providing the labeled data. We are not telling the machine that this is cat or this is dog. But machine is learning on its own. That is unsupervised learning. So when we are talking about unsupervised learning, again here we have two types, that is clustering and association. So clustering is what? It is basically the grouping of objects into clusters. So where we are having the similar kind of objects, we try to make a cluster, we try to make a group of those similar objects and dissimilar objects. And based upon those similarities and dissimilarities, we predict the result. And what is association? It is a rule in unsupervised learning which is used for finding the relationship between variables in the large data set. So means if I take an example in a grocery store, the strategy of shopkeeper is that he keeps butter on one corner of the grocery shop and bread on the another corner of the grocery shop. Why is it so? Because it is basic relation. If someone buys butter, he will also buys bread. So if he keeps butter and bread at same place, what customer did? He will pick both the things and go away. But if he keeps butter at one corner and bread at another corner, what customer will do? He will pick butter from one corner and search for the bread and go to the next corner of the shop. And in between, the products which are lying, which are kept, are being visited, being picked by the customer. So customer, instead of buying bread and butter, will also buy other products also which are being kept within the two products. So that is the association. We calculate the relationship between two variables and then perform the learning. Next, what are the various advantage and disadvantage associated with the unsupervised learning? So unsupervised learning is more complex when we compare it to supervised learning, because here machine has to predict on its own. We have unlabeled data. So it is quite easy to get unlabeled data, as which is the disadvantage of supervised learning, where we have to categorize each and every data. So here we do not have to categorize the data. We just have some data and we have to provide input to the machine. So it is quite easy to provide input data to the machine. But what is the disadvantage? That is unsupervised learning is more difficult, because in this, whatever output is being generated is totally predicted by the machine. As a user, we do not have control on that. So result of unsupervised learning might be less accurate as compared to the supervised learning. So next we have reinforcement learning. So what is reinforcement learning? Reinforcement learning is basically a feedback based learning method. Means if I say there is a small kid and he doesn't want to drink milk. So what his mother does, she just asks him to drink milk, and if he does so, he will be pampered. And if he does not drink milk, then he will not be pampered by his mother. So what kid learns ki if he drinks milk, he will be pampered, which he loves to be. So he quickly drink the milk. So in similar way, here we are providing some feedback. Means we are providing, as a reward or penalty. See, as in this example, there is some agent and some environment is given. Based upon the activity which he performed, he is being rewarded. This reward is either positive or negative. If he gets positive reward, it means he has done the right action. If he gets the negative reward, it means he has done the wrong action. So he will revert back. So whenever he get the positive rewards, he will add on in his learning, and whenever he gets the negative reward, he will deselect that step from his learning. So in this way, reinforcement learning will work. So I hope all the three types of ML are clear. More topics will be covered in the next lecture. Thank you so much.